howdy, folks. I hope you got your boots ready because it's about to be two-stepping time again here in Georgetown when the two-step-in returns to San Gabriel Park April 5th and 6th. This will be the third year of the world's best country music festival that happens right here in our hometown. And Daniel, are you pumped about this?
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
You went last year.
I did. And they actually got people, you don't have to have your boots.
Oh, that's true.
Sometimes you just need some Air Force Ones.
Yes, and a Band-Aid under your eye. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So this is the third year. Let's take a look at the lineup briefly, and then we're going to get into it, because what I want this podcast to mostly be is it's a little walk down memory lane. It's Daniel and I talking about music, Texas artists, some not Texas artists, country music, and kind of getting excited about this year's two-step-in. So if you don't have tickets yet, there are still tickets available at twostepin.com. Actually, some of the tickets. They're starting to sell out of some of the 2 days and some of the single days. So if you want some, you better get on it quick.
Gotta hurry.
But this will be fun. Let's see. The lineup is insane. It's always been insane. This year there is a headliner that they've been trying to get for a couple years now, and he's here. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into it as we start talking about this man right here, Daniel. You recognize him. You love him, Alan Jackson.
He is in my top 10 of country music artists, if not top 5.
He's top 5.
Like he's way up there.
I mean, if there was going to be a Mount Rushmore of 90s country, like 80s, 90s, like take out Johnny Cash.
Okay.
You know, and Waylon Jennings and those guys.
If you're talking,
if you're talking like the prime country.
The big 90s country
era, 80s, 90s.
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
Allen. I mean, they got to be on there. Reba maybe's on there. Yeah. You know, like people like that. Like Alan's in the top. He's in the canon. So, Alan Jackson, he's from Georgia. 16 studio albums, 3 greatest hits. He's been married to the same gal, Denise, since 1979.
Really?
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Got 3 kids. What's cool about this is the only stop on his only Texas stop on his final tour.
This is his final tour?
This is it, Daniel, and this is the only Texas place he's playing.
Oh my gosh.
So get ready. I mean, just like George Strait and those, they'll play like pop-up specials maybe here and there. But Alan seems to be serious about really hanging up the hat and like riding into the sunset. So here we go. We're gonna play a little Alan Jackson Final Fantasy playoff bracket. Okay. I was like looking at his songs. He's got 35 number 1 hits.
Wow.
All right, that's on the country charts. But here we go. Pick one of these. Living on Love or Gone Country? We're doing a playoff bracket, Daniel.
Come on.
Living on Love, buying on time, buying on time. Or She's Gone Country. Look at them boots. Back to her roots. All right, which one's better? Go.
She's Gone Country.
All right, She's Gone Country. All right, now Chattahoochee.
Yes.
Or Little Bitty.
Chattahoochee.
It's all right to be little bitty, a bit alone down on a big old city.
Nah, Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee. Okay. Where I come from is cornbread and chicken. Or it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay. It was Drive. When Daddy let me drive. I didn't hit that note. Drive. or Don't Rock the Jukebox.
Don't rock the jukebox.
Yeah.
I wanna hear some Jones. I love that one.
All right. Don't Rock the Jukebox. Okay. So here we go. She's Gone Country or Chattahoochee?
I say Chattahoochee still.
Okay. And then 5 o'clock somewhere or Don't Rock the Jukebox?
Ooh. Don't Rock the Jukebox.
Okay. All right. Chattahoochee or Don't Rock the Jukebox. That's the final Alan Jackson.
It's got to be Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
It's got to be
That's the correct answer, Daniel, because Chattahoochee is coming to the two-step-in. Let's just take a moment and talk about how great this music video is, because he starts off water skiing in blue jeans.
With a cowboy hat.
With a cowboy hat. No, he's not just water skiing. Isn't he slaloming? He's one. This is so awesome.
Look at this.
I mean, 90s country music videos are a whole genre to themselves. I love this.
You think that's really him?
Oh, that's him for sure. Look
on the drone.
Look at the way he's smiling. Oh, that's definitely him.
They didn't have drones at the time. That would have been a helicopter, I guess. This is 92. 92.
Down yonder on the Chattahoochee. So I bet you there had to have been a boat following next to him with a jib.
That makes more sense because
Because you couldn't get a helicopter that close.
no.
All right. So we're going to pause that song and we're going to jump over into the next headliners. I'm pumped about Alan Jackson. That's going to be incredible.
It's going to be amazing.
Also on Saturday, Miranda Lambert.
Oh, yes.
Hailing from Lindale, Texas. She's made 11 albums, 3 Grammys, and this is one of her latest song, Wranglers. I'll go ahead and play it. But like, she's been doing her thing for a while now.
It's crazy to think. I'm sure she
15
thinks
years?
that too. Like, how long have I been doing this?
Didn't she get started on like an American Idol of country music? What, there was a country star, Nashville Star.
Was it?
Ah, man.
See, it's been so long that she's just been up there.
But what's cool is like no one remembers that. Like, yeah, you got started on a reality TV show, which she did, but you have by far solidified yourself as one of the best female country artists of all time.
Absolutely.
So we got to see her at Austin City Limits, not the festival, the actual TV show a decade ago.
Yeah.
But she was so good.
She's one of the artists that has a unique voice.
Yeah.
Makes her stand out from the others.
Girl power too, because she's always about like burning down her boyfriend's houses and stuff.
Blake Sheldon's house, right?
Oh yeah. That's
Maybe
true.
we don't go there.
This is her song Wranglers. Like she's like helping her girlfriend kick her boyfriend out of the house and giving give him the Wranglers back kind of thing.
I like it. I also like her Marfa tapes.
Oh, Marvin Tapes is good. She's a really good songwriter. I think honestly, like The House That Built Me is one of the best country songs.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, the writing alone on it is like, it's one of the best country songs there is. So Miranda Lambert is coming. She's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm pumped to see her. They're both on Saturday. Saturday's one of the ones that the tickets are selling out quick.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know, right? Alan Jackson, Miranda Lambert. But isn't it cool? There's this like the greatest people in country music come to Georgetown. It's kind of unbelievable.
I think it's awesome because this is where we live.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's jump over to the next one. Sunday night, burning it down. There will be a lot of people burning some other stuff too. Sturgill Simpson is coming from Jacksonville, Kentucky. Sturgill jumped on the. Are you a Sturgill fan? Moderate?
I am. I don't know a ton of his music, but man, that voice.
Yeah, he's got like this classic country voice. He busted on the scene in 2013. He was kind of at the forefront of this like classic country movement. I think we'd gotten a little sick of the pop country thing happening. And so like Sturgill and Stapleton and oh man, there were some others in that era. That first was like, oh gosh, we're making country music again.
Yeah.
And so Sturgill, this is probably my favorite song of his. If you know, he's got some other really weird ones that are about aliens made of light that cut open your heart. And like, anyway, he seems to have gone to Ecuador and gone on some ayahuasca trips. But this one is his song, Long White Line. And I think this is one of those classic shuffling type country songs.
I won't be round this old town. It more for a long, long time.
Love it. You just walk up to somebody and say, hey, what decade was this?
Oh,
What would they say? If they don't know who he is.
60s, 70s, outlaw country.
I think it'd be that's early 70s.
Outlaw country. Yeah, the Willie Nelson movement. Waylon Jennings.
It's his voice, but it's also the recording style.
Yeah, that's true. So Turtles All the Way Down is the song that is all kinds of crazy. But he's got so many other good songs that and he's performing as Johnny Blue Skies.
Wait, I didn't know anything about this.
I mean, you can't put Johnny Blue Skies on the marquee because people are like, who's that?
Okay.
But Sturgill Simpson is now performing as Johnny Blue Skies.
Wait, is this like Garth Brooks?
I think it's more like Prince as the new symbol. the artist formerly known as Sturgill Simpson. I don't know. I don't think he's that pretentious about it, but he's got a new thing. He's Johnny Blue Skies.
Okay.
I think one of those aliens made of light that cuts you open. told him to become Johnny Blue Skies. But regardless, he actually played the ACL Festival this past October, and I watched the whole set. He killed it.
Yeah, when you're as good as he is, you just basically do what you want.
Yeah.
And people will come.
Okay, and so here is the second headliner on Sunday. It's a throwback as well. Let's go with Lynyrd Skynyrd, ladies and gentlemen. Play some Skynyrd. Okay, one of the most classic guitar riffs of all time. You know this. Turn it up. I love it. They probably said that in the studio, and they're like, keep it in the track. Turn it up. You know?
I love it.
My monitors aren't enough. So Lynyrd Skynyrd, of course, classic rock band, one of the greatest rock bands of all time, greatest southern rock bands of all time.
There you go.
I mean, they're in a genre kind of all their own. Country rock, they were doing their own thing. So Skynyrd is still touring. There's a lot of members of the band who had been in the band for a really long time. But I was like, are there any original members of Skynyrd left? There aren't.
Yeah.
The last original member died in 2023, but a lot of these people have been with the band for decades now.
Right.
So I didn't know a ton about Skynyrd, so I was looking up, like, they burst onto the scene in the early 70s, and then in 77, their lead singer, lead guitarist died in a plane crash.
Yes.
And then they were dormant for a decade and came back with the former lead singer's younger brother as their lead singer. Mm-hmm. And of course, they went on and they've had some hits and they've had some bangers. They weren't just playing the old music. But the band has changed quite a bit. But the Ronnie Van Zant's younger brother, I'm blanking on his name, is still the lead singer of the band. And he's been there since the 80s. So it's not original, but when you've been around since the 80s, that's older than most of the people the new people weren't even born in the 80s,
exactly.
You know? So that's still a long time. I'm pumped about it.
It's going to be great.
My son, Fielding, started playing guitar, and one of the first things he started learning, not because I told him to, was Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why, but there seems to be this like this class of iconic music that everybody who wants to learn guitar learns.
It's true.
Like Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. You know, like they're going to learn that, and they're going to learn Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Anyway, it's good stuff. All right, let's jump. We're going to keep jumping ahead. Right below the top billers, coming back, because last year he got rained out, Ryan Bingham.
Oh man,
Ryan Bingham is this is my favorite Ryan Bingham song. Nobody Knows My Trouble. So Ryan Bingham, he had a huge debut, won Grammys. I think he won an Oscar for the movie he did with Jeff Bridges, and then kind of sort of went dormant for a little while and then exploded when he became on Yellowstone again.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people will know him from Yellowstone. Is he on the most recent seasons?
So at this point, Yellowstone is
done?
Is it done? I think it's done.
They finished up the seasons, but
it's new.
He stayed there till the end.
Yes,
pretty much. Almost got brought to the train station a few times.
Yeah. No, he made it through as far as. Well, I don't want to give a lot away.
Oh, okay.
He stuck around for many episodes.
I gotcha. Dude, his voice. We talk about Sturgill's voice. Yeah. This guy's voice, if you had heard it, you'd be like, that's an 80-year-old man who's been smoking his whole life.
Right.
And he was in his 20s.
It's like, did Bob Dylan go country?
I know. Gosh, he's so good.
And I've been carrying my trouble in this pack strapped to my shoulder ever since I was a baby.
Okay, so Ryan Bingham was raised in Texas. In his younger days, he hitchhiked around the state, moved to Laredo for a while. He rodeoed in Stephenville. Oh, the movie with Jeff Bridges was called Crazy Heart.
That's right.
Remember he wrote all the music? Gosh, he's so
and in Yellowstone, he plays a character that seems like it's right in line with the kind of person he is.
That's right.
It matches all the things that you just said.
Yeah, that's right.
And he plays on the show constantly.
Okay.
Picks up his guitar and they'll give him a good minute of just hey, let's just let Ryan Bingham play on the show.
Yeah.
And everybody's just sitting around a campfire and you're like, is this Ryan?
Oh, we're just doing a Ryan Bingham concert here?
Yeah. I have no problem with it, but it is funny.
Yeah.
It's like they see talent, let them go.
Let it go. Hey, it's good TV.
Yeah.
Might as well. All right. This is one of my favorite bands, and I'm so pumped that they're coming. They, in the last, I'd say 2 years, have just been the sky's the limit, but Flatland Cavalry. They're out of Lubbock. They're kind of new age folk music.
Yep.
Cleto Cordero, their front man, he's got like just a really unique voice. This is their song "Getting By." It's not their most popular song, but it's one of my favorites for sure. Like, look at the music video. It's like full of oil derricks and a tour bus. I guess this is just the lyric video, maybe.
Padres cashing in that overtime. Charcoal grill, Friday night. Styrofoam cooler, stock cold and light. Just getting by. Watch this young ones.
I've never seen Flatland, but they're starting to headline festivals and things, and like they played somewhere in like Georgia or North Carolina recently at like a street festival.
Okay.
And over 100,000 people showed up.
Yeah. They're a headliner in themselves.
Yeah.
They're big band, lots of great stuff. And this is such a popular style of music right now.
Yeah. Man, I'm really excited about seeing them. The whole band is super talented, and Cleto is going to be we'll get into it. His wife's playing, and his other band is playing. So,
oh, nice.
I'm pumped about that. Okay, keep going. Now this is like we're going like the headliners right below. This is a kid that I don't know a whole lot about. My son Fielding listens to him, and I just don't know a whole lot about him. Okay. But that's the beauty of a festival. You get to go and, bounce around artists that you have never heard of. You're like, oh, who's this kid? You know?
And then you also find out sometimes huge following you didn't even know about.
Totally. Like last year, Wyatt Flores played it like the 11 or the first set, like a noon or 1 p.m. set when the park is just barely filling up. Huge crowd.
Yeah.
But I was like, who's that? Because, a lot of times those early acts may play to just a few because they're getting started.
Sure.
But like Wyatt Flores had packed. The place was
a ton of followers.
Packed. Gavin Adcock already has a big following. His crowds are known as being the rowdiest in country music.
Oh boy.
I guess he like epitomizes that party boy lifestyle. He's only 25.
No, the song you picked is a little more low key though.
It is, but this is by far his most famous song. So if you wish I was holding your hand, and that's the truth. It's called A Cigarette.
Right now, a cigarette'll do.
That vibrato.
Yeah, cigarette'll do. So Gavin Adcock, like I said, he's
great.
He's on the same line of the bill as some of the other big artists, so he's got a big following, even if you don't know who he is. Treaty Oak Revival is coming. They're from Odessa. They've got a big following as well. This is their song "Bad State of Mind." We're getting into like rock country. It's like a
listen to that.
Is that country music? They got a big following, and they are country act.
I mean, I hear a Telecaster playing, and that's definitely a country guitar. But that sounds like punk country. Punkstry.
This is a new genre. But like Co Wetzel, you know Co? Like he's real popular. That kind of makes the same kind of music. There's a few guys that kind of bring this raucous kind of thing.
I think those drums sound a little punk to me. It's slower, but I can hear it. I mean, we should ask Alex. I mean, he's the drummer here.
Alex, country music, rock music, punk music, what is it? Punk Street. He approves.
You think he's got his paradiddles down?
Y'all can nerd out over paradiddles. I don't even know what that is. All right. Okay. And then we were speaking of Yellowstone. This band, just made it onto Yellowstone, and as soon as they did, they started to blow up. They're from Austin, Texas, but they're touring the world now. They did multiple sold-out shows at Red Rocks, and I've been told that after you see them live, your mind gets blown and you're a fan for the rest of your life. This is Shane Smith and the Saints.
Oh, yes.
So Shane Smith, obviously from Austin. I don't know if the whole band's from Austin, but they live here in Central Texas, and all the songs kind of start, not all the songs, but they've got this vibe where it's like kind of a slow burn, and at one point the kick drum will kick in, and then everybody goes crazy.
Yes.
Listen to that guy's voice, man.
And all the clouds, they're black as nightfall, but all I see is you.
Is this him playing at Red Rock?
This music video is I don't know where this is. Somewhere in Colorado or New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah.
Or Terlingua.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe so.
Here we go. So you're not gonna. I've never seen it live, but you're not gonna find anybody, from what I've been told, that goes harder than Shane Smith and the Saints, just with the folk breakdowns.
Yeah.
So
every song I remember hearing of theirs, it's got a breakdown like that.
Yeah. All right, let's go back memory lane, baby.
All right.
So one of the cool things that Two Step In does that no other festivals really do on this level is go like they bring like some throwbacks,
yes,
and the modern. So it's a mix. It's vintage country.
I love how they do that.
So here we go. One of the throwback acts coming this year, because I think he also got rained out last year. Yeah, he would have to, because he was on the bill last year but wasn't able to perform. We had Saturday got Ryan Bingham canceled. Ernest set got canceled. Sammy Kershaw. Well, I just gave it away. It's Sammy Kershaw, folks. So this is, again, 90s music videos, right? Look at him. So this is Queen of My Double Wide Trailer.
Ain't no way I'm doing this. This has been done before.
Well, I met her out at Murphy's restaurant.
At Murphy's restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
This is a video about making a video, you know? But Sammy Kershaw's got some bangers. She don't know she's beautiful. Vidalia. Vidalia?
Yeah.
Vidalia. Sweet as yeah, you know this. And then You Are the Love of My Life. That's it.
Yeah.
You slow dance to that one with your girl at the middle school dance. That's what you do. This guy's so good. So Sammy Kershaw will be there. Other throwbacks. Tracy Bird. From Vidor, Texas. So a lot of people know he's got so many songs. Watermelon Crawl is probably his most famous song. But I saw him 2 years ago. He came to Two Step In, and this song brought down the house. 10 Rounds with Jose Cuervo.
Yes.
I don't think I'd ever heard. I don't think I'd ever heard it. And then he started singing it. And what I love so much about him, like, he still has as much or more stage presence than he did in the 90s.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a popular song. You go down to the beach and stuff. Just like Margaritaville.
But it like tells the song. Like 1 round, I'm starting to sing. 2 rounds, I'm this. 3 rounds, I'm this.
1 round with Jose Cuervo. I caught my boots tapping along with the beat. And after 2 rounds with Jose Cuervo, that band was sounding pretty darn good to me.
Well, I mean, it's true.
And so he's from Vidor, Texas. Other hits. I'm from the country and we like it that way. Remember that one? Keeper of the Stars.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Keeper of the
I
Stars.
tip my hat. All right, Lifestyles of the Not So Rich and Famous. And then I'm going to put this could win as one of the best two-stepping songs of all time. Holding Heaven. I'm holding heaven in my arms tonight. Everything about you is so perfectly right. I've never been there, but I think I might be holding heaven in my arms. I should have started that in another key, but all right. I'm not a singer.
I forgot that
I make TV.
I forgot that one.
That song, I don't know, maybe I just got memories of dancing with my wife to that or something. But that is one of the best.
That's a great one.
That's a.
He's got so many. He's just got so many good ones.
All right, and then again, a throwback from Nashville, Tennessee, Diamond Rio.
Diamond Rio. My goodness. I mean, you know how many #1 hits?
Oh gosh!
All right, just the radio play.
Yeah,
they've got so many.
So they started in 1984. This is Meet in the Middle.
I love the lyrics of this one too.
700 fence posts from your place to house.
Look at the hair.
That is a mullet if I've ever seen. You know what though?
Beautiful.
That's like what's popular now.
But you know, we haven't seen like the teased out fluffy mullet. The boys are wearing mullets.
Well, I mean, it would be that, but shaved on the side, right?
Oh man, I start walking your way, you start walking mine.
We meet in the middle, eat that old Georgia pie. We gain a lot.
I don't have enough hair to bring the hair back, but I am going to bring the Daniel Boone jacket back. That's what I want.
Dang. That was a Daniel Boone jacket. Look at the frills on that.
All right. They also have like What a Beautiful Mess. What a beautiful mess. What a beautiful mess I'm in. And then Norma Jean Riley, won't you marry me? That's a good one. One More Day.
I'm not even kidding. They probably got like at least 30 or 40. They came to Poppy Fest 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
And I remember thinking there's no way they can do all these. And they had to do a medley of all their songs because it's there's so many songs.
Too many songs, yeah.
You're going to watch them and be like, holy cow, they do this too?
Yeah.
It's just one hit after another.
They're one of those bands like, oh, I know a song. It's like, no, you don't.
No,
you know 10
like
songs.
A ton of them.
Yeah. All right, here's another throwback. Aaron Tippin.
Oh,
the most jacked dude in country music. Dude, he was so buff. And speaking of great hair, this is his song, There Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Radio. The dude looks like an 80s wrestler, doesn't he? He could have just gone and been a wrestler instead of a country music artist.
My goodness.
And he's still jacked.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this was mid to late 90s?
I'd say early.
Was it early?
People didn't have those mullets still in the late 90s.
Oh, I don't know about that. Alan Jackson still has
Alan Jackson probably still had his. Nothing wrong with the radio. He's got a bunch of other hits
and the stash too.
Oh, it's beautiful. He could be famous today, young kid. he really could be. All right, and then this is the guy I saw on the bill, and I was like, I don't know who that is, but maybe you'll recognize the song and the name. This is Walker Montgomery. Listen to the song.
Well, I know Montgomery. No. Wait, what?
I like the sound of sweet.
You recognize this song?
What?
Daniel's surprised.
That's John Michael Montgomery.
Yeah, so this is his son.
Come on.
Walker Montgomery. He's got his own music, but he does some of his dad's old classics. Listen, it sounds like his dad.
I like the way your eyes dance when you laugh.
Oh, the inflections, like everything is sounds just like his dad.
2 hour back, and how you convinced me.
Shoot, man. John Michael Montgomery has some hits.
John Michael Montgomery had a ton of great hits.
We were insane, but I love.
He's a little different. You can hear a little bit different, but
yeah.
Sounds so good.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
You're gonna make yourself feel old. You want to know what year Walker Montgomery was born?
Oh, don't.
2003.
No. As soon as you started with 2000 anything.
2003. So he might be 22 years old.
Wow. That's so cool. He sounds just like his dad.
So he has his own music. I think. Hopefully people don't go and be like, play your dad's stuff.
I know. Well, and it's good. He probably plays some just so people can get a taste. But it's like, yeah, he's got to do his own thing. He's got to do his own thing.
Clearly super talented. He's got the vocal chops to do it.
That's cool.
All right. This is late 90s, early 2000s. So it's not as like throwback, but this band still had some hits. Eli Young Band.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
You like the Eli Young Band? This was their... This song was my favorite. They're from Denton.
I want to know that.
breaks your heart.
That's a good
Man,
song.
All these old ones.
Yeah.
It makes me think. So, like, all the young people now listen to Spotify, Apple
Sure.
Music, like all the streaming stuff. We didn't have that. We had an
No.
FM radio, you know?
Yeah.
And then before that, AM radio. But it's like the stuff you listen to, you heard it over and over. And
Totally.
you got so familiar with a lot of these artists. And then when MTV comes out and, you know, you start, obviously they weren't on MTV,
Yeah.
but still, you got CMT. But you start to get familiar with like the videos and what they look like. And
Yeah.
that's how we learned this music. And then there wasn't as much music then as there is now,
Well,
clearly.
you couldn't access it all.
It wasn't all
Like
accessible.
our parents had music, but you had to have their old records or their old tapes,
Right.
Or spend your hard-earned money on an old CD, which you might, probably weren't going to do it. And so, like
And then
nowadays,
you play the crap out of it.
yeah, oh yeah, burn those things out. So it's fun. Like you remember those music videos were like as much the artist sometimes because MTV was getting started. CMT was a big deal. It was an era. All right, let's jump up into the modern era. These are some of the newer artists that are coming. He's one of my favorites. We've featured him on the podcast before. Daniel, you know this song. You actually introduced me to this dude.
I did.
William
I like to
Beckman.
say I discovered him.
You discovered you and the rest of the world.
Well, you said it's over.
So this is his song, Bourbon Whiskey.
Our love is dead and
He's
gone.
from Del Rio. He's a Texas border guy,
I don't
but he's got the most amazing throwback voice.
where it went wrong.
This song's what, 4 years old maybe?
But honey,
Yeah.
He looks older now because in this video he's
a
drinking
baby.
whiskey
If you
and he looks like he might be 16.
I was going to say, he
You know?
doesn't look old enough in the video to actually
go
be
on
Drinking bourbon
drinking
whiskey.
or even talking about it.
He does now. So
Yeah. But
William
man, you want to talk about
Beckman.
this is a good dancing song too.
I will be
Slow. But
Yeah.
This is good.
all of his music has a bit of a throwback
bourbon whiskey
era to it. So he's a perfect guy to play two-step.
all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you.
Oh man, he's so good. I got to meet him at an event at the Alamo. He was playing before Martina McBride at an Alamo gala.
Oh, man.
And he was great dude. Just really.
If you can open
really
for
nice.
Martina, you're doing something
I
right.
know. That's
You
true.
know?
That's very, very true. All right, here's another guy that got canceled last year, not because he said something terrible. That's like that's what that word means now. You get canceled. He had to okay, so this kid, his name is Ernest. He was going to perform a solo set, but he was also performing a Keith Whitley set
Yes.
where with a bunch of other artists. So Keith Whitley, classic singer, he got to do the Keith Whitley set, but he didn't get to do his own set.
Oh,
and
darn.
so he's
Okay.
back this year getting to do his own set. This is Ernest. This is a good song. We're gonna pause. I gotta go get a power cable.
It's a beautiful day. She's been crying all night. All there's tears in her blue, bloodshot in mine. This bender's been bending. It's hellbound to break. My baby's had all she can take. Mister, I'll take your roses.
I like this one.
If you cut off the thorns, you can't take no more. I'll buy violets and daisies to hide all the crazy. It's gonna take.
What was the Keith Whitley and Leanne Womack song? It was a Keith Whitley song, and then Leanne Womack did it. When you say nothing at all.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to hear him sing that.
I'm excited to hear him. He's gonna be good.
That's gonna be awesome.
He's gonna be good. All right. Oh man, we got so much music to cover. The bill is long. This guy is coming up pretty hard. His name is Steven Wilson Jr. He describes his sound as death cab for country. Like Death Cab for Cutie was a famous alt band. He's from Indiana. He's got a bunch of songs. His voice reminds me very specifically of someone. Curious if you agree or not. Very unique voice. This is his song, Grief is Only Love.
Life is a battlefield, and it'll drag you right through hell. Bites like a rattlesnake, the kind that you just don't see on the trail. And I miss my father every day. The kind of pain
This is acoustic, so that's just him.
Okay, I'm hearing a rock band voice. I'm trying to think of who it is.
Guide me down the road. Yeah, grief is only love.
It's like he's Eddie Vedder's cousin. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. My great granddad in the ground, to all the ghosts in my hometown. Yeah, they're the ones that find me down the road. Yeah, grief is only love that's got no place to go. Yeah, grief.
Cool song.
I like that.
Bruce
cool.
Springsteen.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why I hear very specific.
No, I could
maybe
I
like
could,
Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Vedder had a child.
Very strange.
That'd
but
be
yeah.
even weirder.
No, I could hear that.
He's good. He's good. I mean, when I first heard his voice, I was a little thrown. I'm like, this guy's kind of trying too hard. You know, sometimes you hear a voice, you're like, that's not them or something.
Well, there's the tone.
Yeah.
You hear a little bit of head voice, but obviously that's his thing.
Yeah, the more I listened to him, I was like, okay, no, this guy's actually legit.
Yeah.
Like he's doing his own thing, and no one sang like that in a long time. You wouldn't go, I'm going to sing like this to get popular. He's got this weird grovel.
I love
grovel.
People that have different tones, and I think that so many people are pushed to have the same tone. You have to sing like this.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that. Everybody's unique, and people need to have their own style, their own tone. And as long
It's
as you
hard,
get a
though,
hold
to
key,
do
you got a whole key.
Yeah, when somebody gets famous, you typically have people that sort of are sound-alikes that kind of come after them because they're inspired by them, and that's just sort of the way music goes. But then when you have those people that really advance the genre, you're like, whoa, I don't know what they sound like. And maybe some people ain't disagree that he sounds like other people, but I don't know. He feels authentic to me. I really like it.
It feels different.
Okay, this guy we've covered on the podcast before. I love this song. This is Braxton Keith. He's from Midland. This is his song, Cozy. He's got one of the best mustaches in the game.
So I just got a text literally this morning from my mom who said, thank you for showing me this song.
Oh, really?
I showed my parents, and they started two-stepping around the kitchen
It's so
right there.
good. It's good.
Especially when the chorus hits.
Don't get cozy.
She already told me that she might have been kissing on you, but she was still thinking about me. Her eyes are open wide. I even got a wing.
I mean, you want to talk about a two-step song
That's a
right there.
two-step
My
song.
goodness.
I like the way he slides into that.
Yeah.
She might have been loving on you, but she said she'd leave you for me. Said she wouldn't pack a bag. She'd just get up and leave.
I love it.
I love that song.
Love it.
Don't get cozy, buddy.
Don't get cozy.
She's coming after me. Anyway, Braxton Keith, I'm definitely going to see him. And I've mentioned her earlier, Caitlin Butts, married to Cleto Cordero, the lead singer of Flatland Cavalry. This girl, I've been a fan of for a while. She came to Two Step 2 years ago. And I've actually talked to her online before, trying to find some way I could put her in the box as a Texas artist. And she's like, no, I'm definitely from Oklahoma. I'm like, yeah, you're married to a Texas guy. She goes, yeah, but no. Like, come on, Caitlin, give me something.
Yeah, you know.
Cleto's in this video. We saw Caitlin 2 years ago, and she killed it. She was so good. And my wife, Laura, didn't know who it was, and I was like, we need to go see this girl. And she left a fan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is one of her newer songs. It's funny. Speaking of girl power. This is the clean version of this song. This is not
I was wondering.
Such a good tune.
That's good. That's good.
She's very talented. This kid we've also covered on Texas Music Minute before. I got to see him in Brownwood. And what was funny is like you go to these festivals, and I went to Austin City Limits Festival, ACL Fest in October, and then I kept hearing people talk about this kid. Man, he was one of the opening acts. Like, this kid's good. And then it just turned out I got to see him in Brownwood, and he's coming to two-step. So this is Hudson Westbrook from Stephenville singing good classic country music. This is 5 to 9.
Well, the sun comes up as I say good morning, darling. I won't be back till it's going back down. There's 12 miles of barbed wire and these holes need digging. Girl, if they did not hang around.
Man, that kind of beat, that kind of song, it makes me want to just sit out with a bunch of friends on a summer day and just have some beers on the porch.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
It's chill.
You know, Two Step In actually puts up little two-stepping floors around, right? They have these little wooden platforms that you can dance on. And people do. Like, people definitely do.
So put your high heels on and diamonds around your neck. You worry about being ready by 5, I'll worry about the rest. I give a paycheck to a bar in Dallas just to see you smile. I make my living from 9 to 5, but we're only living from 5 to 9.
That's great.
Good tune, too. It's a good line.
Yep.
Make my paycheck from 9 to 5, but we're only living from 5 to 9. What about the other hours, man? Okay, this girl, Priscilla Block, has had a ton of hits. I knew of the name, but when I went and looked, she's had a bunch of hits. This is her latest one, Good On You. You listen to modern country radio more than I do, Daniel. Are you familiar with this gal?
Yes. And I do probably hear more modern country.
Well, you listen to Bobby Bones.
I probably haven't quite as much recently because my whole schedule with kids changed up. But
that's right.
But my goodness, yeah. It's funny, there's a division of country kind of when you got like what's popular on the radio versus where the kids are listening on the
streaming. Then they can be totally separate.
Yeah.
It's a different world because
it used to be you want to get on the radio.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that everybody would want to, but at the same time, it's like the huge fan bases. Sometimes it's people that you don't hear on the radio.
No. It's two separate audiences.
Yeah.
And then if you listen to the radio, you might go to a festival and like Wyatt Flores is there and you're like, I've never heard this kid in my life. Why are there 20,000 people here?
And they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go through, there's this list of young women who are coming who are really good. Nolene Hoffman, this girl is from Canada. She's only 20 years old.
Purple Gas.
Boy, I'd say I have a hill that I ran and boy.
Kind of skipping around.
Yeah.
I hammered down here straight back. World blurs past, tell me how's it there? My horizon line static. I guess at least it's a sure bet.
And then here we go. The next one, I'll just jump right to it. This girl, Maggie Antone, is from Richmond, Virginia. She's only 22. This is her song, Johnny Moonshine.
I've heard this before.
They're good. They're talented, man. Johnny Moonshine will never let you down. All right. Here we go. This is Lainey Gardner, who there's going to be a bunch of young fans there. Lainey Gardner is like a viral sensation on the internet.
All right. And it's not Garner.
Yeah, I know. It's close.
It's you were this close to being related.
Yeah. So
You met a Barbie doll, so stop a beauty.
This is Buzzkill. So she got her start doing covers like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Like she did a bunch of Fleetwood Mac covers and just it was over at that point. Now she's got her own music. So she's got, I mean, she probably has millions of people on TikTok, but she's 500-something thousand on YouTube and everything. So,
Wow.
one of those, like, what came first, the music or the YouTube? Like, she's an internet sensation that's making music now. So, new world.
Yeah, when we were younger, you had to go on a TV show
Yeah.
to get recognized. Now it's social media.
That's exactly right. All right, this is a girl. She's from Georgia. She's 25. Her name is Willow Avalon.
Yes.
She kind of yodels a little bit.
I remember the yodel.
This is her song Homewrecker. So, like, one of the biggest, this was my biggest surprise last festival was Sierra Farrell, who I was like, I knew of her, but not a lot. And then see her live, you're like, it blew my mind. And like, I'm not the only one. Teresa in our office, some of my other friends, all left the fest like, did y'all see Sierra Farrell?
Yeah.
Did you see Sierra Farrell? Because she was incredible. Here's the Panhandlers. These are, this is like the modern super group of the day. If you listen to the Day Tripper podcast, you heard this song already, but it's John Bauman, Cleto Cordero, William Clark Green, and Josh Abbott, who made an album of like West Texas inspired music. This is West Texas in My Eye. So that's William Clark Green who's singing right now. I'm not crying, that's just West Texas in my eye. I'm not crying, I'm just cutting onions. This is the new I'm cutting onions. It's just West Texas in my eye.
Well, yeah, those sandstorms, you gotta watch out, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's just West Texas in my eye.
ain't crying,
That's West Texas
in my eye. I'll be your blue-eyed bandit if you'll be my renegade.
I don't know, what do you think? Are they gonna be the next Highwaymen?
They could be. They could be.
Because
All right.
they're really good.
They are. Yeah, I mean, they could be the next Highwaymen.
It is a super band.
The Highwaymen were all super famous when they went into the Highwaymen.
Yeah.
These guys, like, they're all at different
very well
levels
established,
of yeah. They are very well established. All right. Dan, you know, the two-step in, we're going to finish this podcast. I didn't even get, there's so many other people on the bill.
So many.
But we're going to take a complete right turn here because the two-step in is not just about country music. There's a couple artists. I know you're excited about them. This is the first one, Diplo.
Yeah.
So Diplo, this is a remix he did with Morgan Wallen. Who Morgan Wallen has the hair from Diamond Rio. He's taking tips from Diamond Rio. You know, this is why everybody dogs country music. Like, that's not country music. And I would say this is a Diplo remix of a country song.
Right.
So that's what Diplo does. He's a DJ. He's one of the most famous DJs in the world. And he's coming to two-step. That's going to be an interesting set. But here's the biggest one. Oh, I know you're excited about this. Nelly is coming to two-step. Let it go. Who couldn't be more excited is your wife.
Oh my God. Jordan. Like, as much as I'm excited, she's freaking out.
Well, y'all went to Ludacris last year, and like
it was Ludacris. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I couldn't believe how many people were there.
It was
watching
insane.
Ludacris.
And we actually have already seen Nelly. We got to see Nelly at what was it? UT's last Big 12 championship that they were in.
He played like before the game?
Halftime show.
Oh, halftime. Okay.
And that was the first time I saw him live.
And you'll see him closer now.
Oh, it's gonna
bring your Air Force Ones, baby. If you're not wearing boots, you should be wearing Air Force Ones. All right, guys. So it is coming up in the beginning of April. Go to twostepin.com, get tickets, and I will see y'all out there. The Day Tripper will have a booth, so I'll be chilling. I'll be running around all weekend. Would love to see y'all. Come and say howdy, and let's get our two-step on. And let's from the loot and we're proud. Oh, yeah.